to tonight's race. We are with ERC and it is round 4 of the Managers League in Austria. It's full qualifying, 50% race. I'm absolutely delighted to announce we have the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Papa Wallis in the comments box. How are you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm very, very well. Thank you very much for that introduction. Not many people know that.
Well, look, anyone in ERC definitely does, and anyone in the greater community for mine that'll see it as well will understand just how amazing you are. Really looking forward to this race because it's one of these kind of races that is just going to be full of action from start to finish. Austria is just such a super fast track. How are you feeling for tonight?
Yeah, looking forward to it. I did the commentary on the F2 at Austria on Monday night. There was quite a few incidents, but with it being round 4, with the Managers League, each driver has got an amount of points to get after 5 rounds. If he hasn't made them points after 5 rounds, he gets chucked off the team, sort of thing, and has to find another team. So round 4 is one of them. People that are close to their target, they get a DNA, then the panic's on, and I think round 4 is one of the highlight rounds because it gets them in the groove, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And Damo's saying hello, so we'll say hello to Damo. Damo, brother, how are you doing? Great to see you along. Now, Papa, with this, what we're going to do first, you've been very, very kind, may I say. You have a friend in Formula 1, Max Verstappen's name, isn't it?
Well, I don't like to, promote my friendship with Max, but yeah, he's decided to do something for us, actually.
Do you know what? Without further ado, I'll just put on what Max has prepared just for us.
Yeah.
My name is Max Verstappen and I'll take you around for a lap around the Red Bull Ring.
And we're back, guys, as you can see, to the driver lineup. So, Papa, you're very good for getting your friend Max in for that. Fair play to you.
Yeah, he's not charged me either.
Oh, has he not? I'll tell you one thing I need to know. Was I lying anyone? The man, the myth, the legend. He gets Max in and gets it done for nothing. What a dude. But look, guys, we're looking at the actual driver lineup. So, Papa, you know some of these drivers more than me. I do know some of them, but we're going to go from Ferrari the whole way down. And I know Ginge is he back or is he gone?
No, I don't think he's back. No, he got a reserve in for Ginge tonight.
So who's replacing Ginge at Ferrari?
I think is it Wolf?
No problem.
ERC Wolf.
ERC Wolf, nice one. And then beside him is K18. Another very
K18.
strong driver, little Scottish guy.
He is, yeah, he's a good little driver. Nice to see him in a good car.
Absolutely.
He's I think he's second in the championships at the moment.
Nice.
Yeah, and he's part of the Ferrari team that are joint leaders in the constructors.
That's what I like to hear. And then next to them in the Red Bull, ETE Scar, and it looks like William. Do you want to talk me a bit through them guys?
Scar is one of the quick lads from ERC. He's very good at his setups. One thing or another, he's a pad driver. I've never seen a pad driver so steady as him. Will.i.am, I don't think Will.i.am's racing. There will be a reserve in for him.
Okay.
Just let me see who it is. I think it's Billy. No, it isn't. No thrills.
No bother. And then in Mercedes, we have the fruits of your lines and the head of ERC himself.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Come on, how are you doing? We're just that you're going through the teams and we mentioned your name and here you are.
And here I am. It's almost like I was on cue.
That's crazy. How are you, brother?
You were hanging about for this, wasn't he?
That was his cue. Well, how are you looking forward to tonight? Austria is an amazing track. We're just going through the teams here and you've got a very strong teammate as well.
Yes, no, Ricky's awesome. He's struggling this season though. Unfortunately, I think I'm leading him by a point or two in the standings. He had a really bad first race. He got, I don't know actually what happened. I think he got a late penalty or something like that. When he,
it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it pushed him down quite far.
Because it was just a restart, wasn't there, after a safety car?
I think so, yes.
I know the field was close up. I think he finished fourth or something like that, but got a penalty and dropped right down to 14.
Yeah, it ruined him a little bit. I've been giving him stick ever since, because I'm technically driver number 2 in this team. So I've been giving him stick.
Don't blame you.
Sure, it has to be done. So come here, for anyone who's new as well, Ludolf, for anyone who's new to watch an ERC and the Managers League, now this is a different concept to most other leagues. We went through a little bit the last stream that we done, but we're going to be doing this a lot more regular, so I want to really alliterate to the guys, what exactly is this? How do you decide on drivers and how do the managers decide with their budgets and stuff like that?
Okay, so the budgets are actually very historical. We started off about 6 or 7 seasons ago, and we gave all the teams. So the fastest team at that stage was Mercedes, and the slowest team at that stage I think was Williams. So Williams got the most money, and Mercedes got the least amount of money to start off with.
Okay.
And then the drivers get money depending on where they qualify and when they where they finish in the race, and they lose money by time penalties, stewards fines, stuff like that. And those budgets have been historic and building up since then. So we've never really amended them or changed them. It's literally it's all carried over from season to season to season.
Okay.
There is a end of season bonus that we give the guys.
Okay.
We call it the wind tunnel fund. That has actually the calculations changed this season, but I'll explain how it was before and then how it is now. So before, what we did was we gave the team that ended the season in the first place the least amount of bonus money, and this team that ended the worst, we gave them the most amount of money. I think the pot that I used, that is, at the beginning I used a pot of 1.5 million, and then as the guys started to figure out the game, the model a bit more, and understanding the finishing races is the target and all that stuff, and they were starting to earn a lot of money, we reduced that to $1 million a season. So that's basically the pot, and then the team's got a percentage of that. And then we've changed it now this season to reflect the exact formula that F1 uses for the wind tunnel time. Okay. So what we now do is, I'm not sure, I don't have the percentages in front of me, but I think the team that wins the season gets 65% of the wind tunnel time that they would have gotten. Now what we do is we basically say, okay, this is the budget that the team that won. You ended the season, let's say, on $1 million. You're starting the next season on 650 grand. So we're using that formula of real Formula One to do it now.
That's amazing.
So it's quite, it has quite an impact. And then it's all about the managers knowing the drivers and drivers actually coming in and proving themselves. realized it's happened very organically, where even if guys are super fast, they never just come in and get one of the top cars. The bottom tier teams, like the bottom three, normally gives a guy a chance. And then they say, okay, but this guy he's currently in an Aston and he's finishing 5th, 6th, 7th, right about there, so he must have potential. And then on the next window, he gets a better seat. He'll move to a mid-tier team, and then only after that, the top guys give them chances. So it's actually quite interesting how it organically changed and exactly how Formula One works.
Exactly, you earn your stripes to get a better seat, and even at that, you're not guaranteed to keep that seat if you underperform.
Exactly, that's where our targets come in. So we have a formula that we use. So we basically say we theoretically calculate where a driver should finish based on the car that he's in, and based on his pace. And then we calculate the target points that he should have after 5 races, which is each window is 5 races long.
Nice.
So we calculate what their target should be, and if they hit their target, then they can automatically re-sign for their current side. Their manager doesn't have a say over it.
Okay.
Or they can void that chance and try and sign for a stronger team. If you fail your target, you are not allowed to sign for your current side, and you can only sign for teams that are slower. So there's a real benefit to hitting your targets.
Absolutely, it sounds like that. It sounds like it's like a real thing. If you're not in any way performing, you're out. That's pretty much how it is. But that's a good thing as well. The only thing I'm looking at there is that the usual exo trick. You're already out of this session. You're waiting to start from the back again. I'm
starting from the back tonight, mate. This turn 1, turn 2 around this track is always rough. You can have the cleanest league in the world.
Yeah.
There's incidents here. So I just want to stay clear of it. I've hit my target already for my first 5 races, so
nice.
I have a relaxed time for this one.
Now, that's help Ricky get his now.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm helping Ricky get his. Last race I gave him a spot ahead of me. I moved out of the way so he can pass me.
You did.
So hopefully tonight he can get the business done.
Absolutely, I think he will do it. Honestly, I've always spoke very highly of him. I'm looking forward to seeing what the likes of Nick PDMB. There's so many good drivers here, TTM Pivot as well. We're going to move on to the driver standings and all, I think, maybe just after qualifying with the 5-minute break in between it, and we'll fill everyone in then on where everyone is on the team side of it is. But Exo, realistically, starting from the back, what are you expecting? What position are you aiming for? Because we'll keep an eye on it.
I'm aiming for a top 10, top 7,
nice.
Right about there. So if I can get 5th or 6th, I'll be extremely happy. But yeah, my main aim is just to get 7th, 8th, right about there.
It's bringing me back flashbacks. This track, this is my favourite track in this game. It was. Loved it. So
it is, man.
I love it.
I'm looking forward to seeing what Papa Wallis' Fruit Alliance can do, and even the likes of No Trills out there with a nice lap in Q1 at 105.4.
Yeah,
no Thrills is a guy. He's got showing some serious potential. He's been struggling in the Red Bull, unfortunately.
You'd be surprised him struggling in the Red Bull. That's probably the strongest car in this game, would it be?
It is. No, I think the Ferrari is the strongest car at the moment.
Okay.
Based on the games, what the game says it is.
Okay.
But the Red Bull is not far behind it. I think there's like maybe half a tenth in it.
Oh, wow.
Between the two. So, yeah. It's actually quite interesting. I have driven in a top car before, and there is real pressure. It's really insane what a difference it makes when you sit in a top car and know that you are supposed to be getting podiums, you are supposed to be getting wins, and then you're not.
Yeah.
I think I went in one of the top 2 cars for about 12 races or 15 races, right about there, without getting a podium in it.
Wow, I'd say that was tough.
It is, and it's funny enough, you're right. It's a game and all, but your confidence does take a knock when you're supposed to, and everybody in the server starts giving you stick for it.
Yeah.
I mean, a guy like Sternface, lovely bloke, but he's still every day he sends me a message every Wednesday, says today it's your day, and then I know he's doing it just to psych me out. I know he does it just to psych me out. So, yeah.
That's absolutely brilliant. But that's part. I think that's part of it. Like, you're dead right. You have one or two bad races, or if you're in a top car and you're not getting down positions, it does play havoc on your mind. But the best thing to do is keeping a strong head like yourself and just getting through it. And if it is a case you need to have to go to a different car, look at you now. You're thriving. You're coming up, and you're always getting good spots. Even starting at the back, your typical tactic. You always avoid all the accidents and get the consistent points, and that's what matters.
Yeah, that's the job.
I've got a good comeback for you for EXO.
Yeah.
Just mention he turned up to meet me in Tenerife with a pair of lime green trainers on. You can see it. You can see it within the International Space Station, mate. You can
wow. Brilliant. But Q1 is now nearly up, so realistically, I don't think this is going to be the real way. Like, TTM Pivot should be up a bit higher as well. Would I be right in saying that?
No, he's in the hash. He's going to struggle. I think if he gets through, he'll be quite lucky to get through. He's been struggling in our league a lot, actually.
Okay.
So.
I don't know. We had to get you twisted Welch in at some stage.
Oh, please no. Look, be interested. We have our history as well.
I know he's grand.
I'm sure he's a lovely guy. I do think he must be a lovely guy. But we don't gel, me and him.
No.
Yeah. I a while back, 'cause I think he started his own league, and I joined in there to say hello and to be nice and all of that. And first thing he did was tell me, why am I here to steal his drivers? So I just waved and I said I was literally just here to say hi. But it's okay. I'm gonna leave rather. So there's some bridges that clearly stays burned. Oh wow, Billy had an accident there in the pits.
Yeah,
it's quite interesting.
He's had 2 or 3 spins actually.
Yeah, shame. It's an interesting story. I mean, this guy has so much potential, but he struggles. I don't know if he's overdriving the cars or if he's just very unlucky. He's got so much potential. He just struggles a lot.
It's very easy to cook your tyres in this track, though, especially with the good temps like it looks out there at the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Those outside tyres take a proper beating around this track to our left-hand side. But we've no Trills out doing another lap. Everyone else is pretty much, I think, given up on this.
Yeah, well, it's Q1. I think 5 drivers have either retired or not qualified.
Yeah.
So I think he's probably just ruining a set of tyres quickly.
So you're actually through to Q2. I see you're on 15th.
Yeah, I see, mate. It's. I wish I could understand why this works out like this. Why? Because I normally retire first, and then I still end up top of the bottom list. So it's quite annoying, but that's it. That's life.
It's the joys of it.
Yeah. And Rookie is retired now, so
nice.
He's not going to do a lap either.
And Trails is giving up now as well.
Yeah, there we go. Smart choice.
And that's it. This is going to be an interesting one. So Papa Wallis as well. Do you want to tell everyone just a bit about yourself? Because obviously we're after knowing now that you're good friends with Max Verstappen, but what else can the guys know about you for what they're going to be looking in store for, I suppose, with all the comms that you do?
Well, I've got to tell you that I'm Lewis Hamilton's godfather. I
believe you do.
Yeah, I just did promise for ERC. I did the F2 on a Monday, managers on a Wednesday, the 100% race on a Thursday, and today we promised with 2 for this one. I'm the youngest 58-year-old there is around here.
The most handsome as well.
I wouldn't say that. I was. I was, but I had paper round, so.
Absolutely no, but for anyone that's watching this that like obviously watches my channel all the time and that, like I will say this, Papa Wallis is one of the most genuine people you come across. He's very knowledgeable about the racing as well, and he's jumped into this head first doing commentary, and I absolutely admire that, and I'm really excited to be doing this with you, and like honestly it's a privilege for me, so fair play to Exo for letting me come on and do this, and getting you on board as well is like the cherry on the cake. Like,
Well, I can say the same about you, Colin. I'm really looking forward to it. The new team. Let's say the new team.
we won't say the A team. We'll say the older team because we're both a little bit on the older side of things.
Yeah. I do what I can for ERC. They've helped me out with my life, and I do the stewarding, and I also do the contracts at the end of the 5 race, and they change the teams, and I just love it. Just love being involved with it because I think it's a cracking league. It really is.
Well, it's the best league on Formula One, and I've said it myself even on the streams as well. Like, it is without a shadow of a doubt, and the fact that it's probably is the only league out there, let's be honest, that has such a variety of different kind of racing. Like, you have the 100% race, then isn't it tomorrow that does be on?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you have the race on a Sunday, and then you have this Managers League. And then an F2 league on a Monday as well. It's the most diverse league out there. It has something literally for everybody, and it caters to most days of the week, which is sick as well.
Yeah, no, I think so too. It's lovely, and we're getting to a point where we're worried about Papa Wallis because he's full-time busy. We might need to start paying him.
That's when it gets expensive.
If you're going to pay me, there's no problem in me doing anything.
Is this OnlyFans or is it esports? I know, but honestly, he's so lucky having the likes of Wallis there, because he brings. I love his character when he's doing his commentary as well. When I do watch your commentaries as well over on your channel as well, which I will be advertising because I will be uploading this stream to YouTube. So we're putting all your links to your Discord as well on it, and it's obviously on my Discord or my Twitch. So if you're on my Twitch front page as well, you'll see their ERC's page there. So when I'm not streaming and they're streaming, just get in and watch it and join in with them and have the fun as well. They're a cracking community there, guys. But we're now into Q2, and this is now the business side of things, lads. Who are we expecting to be in the top 10? In my head, I already have about 6 drivers I'm expecting up there, but who are we expecting that might struggle?
Me? Let's see. I don't like saying this because people might think we've got something against them.
I'm terrible for doing this kind of stuff. I'm going to pick a top 3 as well, by the way, for quali. Joe, I'm going to do it now to see how wrong I am, right, Wallis?
Well, I can tell you the 5 that I think are going to drop out.
Okay.
Michael is going to drop out.
Michello.
I'm going to drop out.
Yeah.
TTM Pivot is going to drop out.
Okay.
I think Bull's dropping out.
Okay.
And he's going to hate me saying this, but I do think that PDMB is going to drop.
Oh, I was counting him to be the top 6. I love PDMB. I could never go against him.
If he was in the LP, I would have said he would be in. But because he's in the McLaren, the engine's not that strong. So I don't know. I think he might be in the bottom 5. So
that breaks my heart.
I'll go for Exo. I don't want to fall out anybody else.
well, Exo's guaranteed he's not going to do a lap, so like we can all pick Exo and be right.
No, they're all my friends. I can't do it on it. I can't do it. No.
I'll do it to every driver.
Be brutal.
Oh, you have to be. I'm going to go with TTM Pivot. I'm going to go with ERC Billy because you're saying he's struggling. I'm just going to go just off that. I'm going to go then with obviously yourself, Exo, because you're not going to do a lap. I'm going to be controversial. I'm going to say a fast driver is going to spin and crash out. Who that is going to be? Joe, what? Just because I know him, and he can give me shit if he wants K18. he's going to drop it somewhere.
Well, if I'd had a couple of whiskies and a couple of pints, I wouldn't give a toss who was dead like. But Being as I'm drinking tea at the moment, no, I'm not going to. I've got to go and risk losing friends. I'm sorry.
Well, then, who do you expect for the top three? Who's your top three for a Q3 as well? We'll say it now and see how right we are next. So we'll get yours as well.
I'll go Scar, Sainty, and MCL McLaren.
Okay.
Scar's already out, Papa Wallis. He didn't qualify.
Well, it won't be Scar then. Sainty, MCL, and Aliki.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, that's fair. I'm gonna go with No Trills. I'm gonna go with Sainty and Sierra.
I'm going MCL, No Thrills, and Sainty.
So we're a bit different, but also kind of similar. This is going to be interesting.
Where's Conboat? Has he said anything yet?
I'm here.
Nice to meet you, bro. Just join in. That's what the channel's here for.
Yeah.
Come in and talk, man. Nice to meet you, by the way.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
The Bulls just after writing in the chat there as well. Can't believe Exo thinks of going out in Q2. But sure, look. He has to ruffle a few feathers. Now you're going to have to overdrive to make sure you get in the top 10 to prove him wrong. So, having a look there, let me see.
Oh,
Just for one
PDMB
sec.
actually did a good lap.
Nick PDMB is a hero.
677.
Yeah,
Look at that.
PDMB
That's not a bad lap.
Top 6 for PDMB. Go on. So,
I had the bull as well.
So I was going to ask, because we have the two managers here now, just want to talk us through about your teams, how you came to decision of the drivers and stuff like that as well, because I'm going to learn this as well as it's new to me.
I'll tell you the answer to that now.
Well, I had a
You have nobody else to go to.
No, I actually, both my drivers, I signed. I messaged them. They said yes. It wasn't okay. It was pretty early on. I signed Meatball and Streamer. None of them are racing at the moment. Meatball has unfortunately moved on before his contract was done. So I've got two reserves in at the moment. It's not going good with my team this season. I think I have had... We are 3 races in, and I have had, I think, 4 DNFs.
No.
Yeah, so it's really not going great. I'm hoping to get some recovery. I might even sign myself. Try
We'd
and get
be
my team
safer.
back up. So, yeah.
Wow.
You could always find me.
No, but then you're doing comms, Papa Wallis.
All right then, fair enough.
They need the Papa Wallis, they need that voice to pull in all the people.
All right then.
Guys, sorry, I need to jump off quickly.
No
Thanks
problem.
for the comms.
Great to have you in.
Yeah,
I'll definitely give it a watch. And thanks for the chat.
No bother,
be
enjoy
nice
the
to
race.
have you.
We'll see you on the podium.
That's
very
Bye.
nice to get a
Thanks.
word in now,
Thanks.
isn't it?
Bye.
Bye,
The
bye.
end of the episode show.
So come here, Mr. Combo as well. Do you want to tell us about your team, how you've come to the decision of the drivers that you've chosen as well?
Yeah, so last season I had PDMB at Mercedes, and he was pretty quick then as well. So I think it was a no-brainer for him to come back to McLaren. I know it was a team down, and I did say to both my drivers, if they were struggling for seats, they could always come. And I've had PDMB for a couple of seasons,
Right.
and he's always been good for me. So I think it's great to sign him. And I did say myself, but I haven't been too good, so I'll be dropping out and getting someone else in after the 5.
In that, the first race of the season, you were up there, weren't you, until you had a bit of a mishap.
Yeah, I always spent on Australia, so
Yeah.
that if it was anywhere else but Australia, I would have had a good start to the season, but just
Yeah, but that's a horrible track on tyres anyway.
yeah, and then there's just coming out at high speed chicane, I always just dip the tyres in the gravel and just spin into a wall,
Ah,
and then
fair.
that's me out.
Fair.
But yeah, no, PDMB, he's been great this season, and he only needs 9 points over these next two, and he's secured again.
Nice one.
I'll be looking for someone for the next 5.
He's very consistent. PDMB is.
I love him. He's deadly.
He's 4th in the championships at the moment.
Hopefully he can put a push together and go for the championship this season. He was good last season in the Mercedes, but we'll see early on.
Oh, well, look, it's good that he's 4th early on, because as Exeter was saying as well, that McLaren, it can be a tough car to be getting on top of, to be fair about it. So he's doing a great job then, if that's the case.
Yeah, no, he's handled this one really well. Him and Bull last season struggled a bit with the Mercedes, but he's just got the grips with McLaren immediately, which is great.
Well, it's an amazing car. McLaren are like the best team anyway, so it's all good. It's all good. And then I suppose for next season, have you eyed up any other drivers just in case, you might want to rob maybe a driver off someone else if you want to flash that cash that you might be earning?
I haven't actually looked too much, I'm going to take a look at this race and then obviously next week and just see who might be tempted to come over to McLaren. But like I just said, it's not the best car, but when you have PDMB there, he can always help you with something.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're right. He's a good advertisement actually at the moment for it, and he's doing. I think he's really doing well.
He's the kind of guy that you could start an academy there and have him training guys in. He has that kind of patience. Like over an hour, we run an ACC league, and we've got academy drivers. We use our faster drivers to really hone in the guys that might be struggling a bit. And it might be what he's maybe saying to Nick and a few of the guys, look, push this lad forward, especially someone that you want to hire to the team. Go, Nick, have a chat with that lad, befriend him and get him across into our team.
Good idea.
I load last season, and because Bull really struggled with the start of the Mercedes, and PDMB just got him going immediately, which is great.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking here as well. So there's a few people that haven't set a lap yet. I am expecting. So what's your gamer tag actually on this race? Are you racing tonight? Are you racing tonight?
No, I can't make it tonight. But I'll definitely be there next week. I'm back in university next week, so I'll be all set up and ready to go.
Nice. So what are you studying?
Football coaching.
Oh, fair play to you.
Nice one.
Now, when you say football coaching, is it Gaelic football or is it like soccer?
It's soccer, unfortunately. I prefer to be in the Gaelic, but...
What county are you from?
Armagh.
Oh, he's a pair of dirty whores up there. He's over to Gaelic. I won't like to play you in a game of football, I tell you that.
I got
the Northern Irish divisions, though, they're hardy boys up there.
Oh, they are, yeah.
I've got a good friend. I've got a good friend that plays Linfield.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Eddie Nolan.
Man, you've got the best friends, I tell you that much. Max Verstappen, you're related to Lewis Hamilton as well.
Well, they just flood around me for some reason.
Did you have to watch back the intro with Lewis Hamilton there. I can't believe he got him to do it. And I think he's going to be getting a few drivers out of F1 to be doing stuff every week from what I've heard.
I'll do my best. Can't promise anything, Colin, but
please try
though. Pardon?
Please try though. We're on with TTM Pivot here though, doing a lap in the Haas. To be honest with you, I'd like to see the Haas up there. It's a car that I genuinely like.
I do like the Haas myself. I find it easy to handle. All right, lacks a bit of top end, but it's as a handling car, I find it quite good. But everyone to their own, innit?
Absolutely. So it doesn't look like Pivot's going to do much this time round. So, like, for me, I'm still getting used to this game because I haven't played this game properly. But I'm getting used to the times being so much slower from when I was in like F1 21 and F1 2020. The cars were a lot faster. Around the lap, there's about a 2-second deficit now.
Yes, definitely. They put the weight and everything in one of the patches, didn't they?
Okay.
Weight. Yeah, so everything went it falls up, let's say.
I'm going to have to go on here, but thank you very much for having me on.
Oh yeah, no, look, best of luck for your team, and it's actually a pleasure speaking to you, and best of luck with uni as well if I don't get to speak to you in the, it's the has goes off in the near future, mate. Best of luck with being back in college.
Yeah, it's the first time I've spoke to you, Combo. I hope it's not the last. So yeah, good luck with your studies, and I'll speak to you soon.
I don't even know if you can still hear me, but again, thanks for having me, and I'll catch you again.
No bother, brother.
All right, see you later.
Take her handy.
See you later, mate.
Nice one, man. Cheers, Papa. They don't make them like that anymore, do they?
No, we're not many of them about.
We can be old lads now. We can stop trying to be cool. Look, we've got M5 Steel going around here in the Alpine as well. So a few of these guys are now on the cusp. They've one more shot at it, one more bite at the cherry. Do you reckon M5 Steel is a Michello?
Michello, yeah.
Michello. TTM. Shaggy. I didn't expect Shaggy to be down there.
Pardon, Carl?
I didn't expect Shaggy to be down there.
No, me neither. He's driving for the AlphaTauri, and Ricky's his manager, and he's doing quite well. But as you say, he's down in P11 at the moment, and
Wow.
can't see him getting any better. No, he's been racing well. He's up there. I think he's about 6th or 7th in the championship. So part of the AlphaTauri team that's joint top of the manufacturers, constructors. So yeah, he's doing all right.
Well, just so you know, with M5 Steel, he's up nearly 0.3 of a second, which could be enough to get him into the top 10. He could be stealing a position here. I hope ERC Billy's on a live lap as well behind him.
Yeah, Billy's a little bit behind his time, but somebody's just skipped a corner there. Who's that?
And he's done it. He's got the 10th spot. So Billy needs to get something done here now. It didn't look like Billy was improving, and Billy's not improving, and Billy is out. So literally in the last second, Steele has had balls of steel, if I can pardon the pun, and got himself up into the top 10.
Yeah, he's a very strong driver, Steele. It's game over if you're behind him, because he makes himself so wide. He's driver, and he's just joined the admins as well at ERC, and he's doing a cracking job.
That's great to see it. Absolutely great to see it. And the Bull says it's like Donkey Kong, and then Allure McLaren X, he's out on the track, isn't he? Says hello, so hello to you in 4th place. Is it McLaren? Yeah, MCL, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just calling them McLaren.
Yeah, well, I'm MCL or McLaren, whoever comes off my tongue quickest.
So that's it. So we're losing ERC Billy, ERC Shaggy, TTM Pivot, Michello, whichever way you want to say it, and then Ludolf is out. So I think we all got that kind of wrong.
Well, I didn't, because I didn't make any assumptions.
That's because you weren't brave enough. In another race or two, I'll have you brave enough that you'll be making all the assumptions in the world. Do you know what? I'm going to even say this. I expect a guest appearance from Rabsy as a reserve one of the days.
I keep sending him messages, when we do 5 lappers, and I want to join in with the F2 on a Monday as well, because he'd enjoy it. But,
absolutely.
He threatens, but never actually does it.
I think Tez is making him clean his room too much. That's all that is.
Yeah. So now it's time for the. This is when the.
And guess what?
Writing's on the wall.
Oh, 100%. This is it. But Mr. Ludolf is gone, and all I see is EXO. Where are you from the Bull? Wanting to get his revenge for saying that he'd be out.
Don't get him back on again. We'll never get a word in edgewise.
Sure, look, it's all about having the crack. But this is now the business side of it. I'm actually getting quite excited, I'm not going to lie to you. Austria, when everyone's going to put it on the limit, you can either be a massive hero, or it just takes one tiny little drop and you're in the wall. That's it, you're gone.
That's right. I'd say I love me commentary with the RC, but there is one race I look forward to, and that's the Managers on a Wednesday. You've got your top drivers, and it's I do get quite excited on a Wednesday, particularly with the Discord. Some of the banter that goes on the Discord.
Brilliant.
You know, I'm not saying it gets personal, but near to the bone, if you know what I mean.
You need that smack talk. You need that competition. That's what it's about, man. It's about the competition. It's about the community really kind of pushing each other forward. It's great to see it.
Yeah, of course it does. And you know, I think there's not one of these drivers that's in the managers that doesn't like driving in the managers. They all love it. I know they do. I know they do.
Well, I absolutely love it, and I'm delighted to be doing it as well, because it has the coolest concept, but also it takes balls to be driving in realistic cars especially when you know you're in the likes of a Haas or a Williams, and you mightn't be ever really getting the sniff at the proper win, but on your day you could get like a good podium, or you could stay out of trouble and maybe sneak those strong points, and that's really rewarding. And then that's when the managers can kind of say, look, that lad's proven himself. Like, it's the kind of league that you only go up the table for driving hard and good.
That's it. Every driver's on a pedestal every race.
Yeah.
You know, they've got something to prove every race, because, like say, a DNF and the target, they miss the target, and then they've got to advertise themselves for another team.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's. I wouldn't like to be in a driver's position, put it that way. I'd rather be on comms.
It's easier on comms because you can judge the life out of everyone. I wouldn't have done that there. You know, that kind of way you can always say stuff like that.
You know, if something goes on in the Discord either later or tomorrow, and they'll say, you're wrong there, Papa Wallis, and I'll just say, well, that's why I'm on comms and not driving.
Well, if you're right then, sure, that's why I should be driving.
Exactly.
You can always act like the hero, which is great. On with M5 Steel at the minute, getting a lap in now. He by the skin of his teeth got in the top 10. Do you reckon he could progress up a position or two more? Because Bull, I think, went into 8.
I'd like to see him, as long as he's not in front of our Ricky on the start grid. I'm not bothered.
Says you, that doesn't really make any odds then.
He does take the passing. He really does, and he's not dirty. He does it fair. You know what I mean? He just sticks his arms out, and that's it. It's as if his car's got extra long wings on it.
I think racing is always about being very calculated on your defences and very discreet. If you're putting the elbows out, you want to do it in a discreet way where it's not being overly aggressive, but at the same time you're not being overly nice.
Well, this is it. See, being a steward, he's very, very rare. He is in the steward room, so he's got to be doing something right.
Well, I love even hearing that, because that was one thing I remember years ago, Lou Dolphin, I'm sure he'll probably say it now, when we were picking people for doing stuff, and from the very start, and I've carried that through any leagues that I've ran, and even now as an admin, I've given my input in the correct manner. I try and help the guys push the league forward, but it's always about having guys that will represent the league correctly, and by having a steward that's never in the steward's room, that's representing the league the way it should be done. You need to lead by example, and not by just talking it. So that's brilliant to see that, and it's great to see that Ludolf and all the team are picking the correct staff to be jumping in there.
Yeah, totally agree.
That's absolutely brilliant. Bear with me now. I just only seen the message from Ludolf now. He's asking for a link to the stream, which I should be. I didn't even get time to advertise it. I'll advertise next week a lot more. We'll get a lot bigger numbers in, because I want everyone to hear that beautiful voice of you.
Yeah, I know that looks good. It really does look good. Can't see the chat though. That's the only problem.
I know it is grand, but jump on now with Sainties out there. It's looking like it might start raining soon. How are you thinking there yourself? Are you looking at it?
No, mate, it's gone dark, hasn't it?
It really has.
So yeah, you could be right. And with them being in the hilltop, this track, it's renowned for a little bit of rain now and again.
Yeah, it's a track that I love when it rains, because it really does show the guys who have the balls to stay out on the dry setup with the wet tyres and get that bit more speed as well. I'd always chose an extra variant into it there.
That's right, you're right. I say it's one of the fastest tracks, but it's not just a balls out fast track. You've got to really think about things, haven't you?
Absolutely. And the bull's saying there it's going to be a dry race, so they're not going to have to think too much as we're on now with McLaren himself here. Now, in the Alfa Romeo, it's probably one of the prettiest looking cars on the grid this year. Would you have agreed with that?
Definitely. I love the look of it. That and the AlphaTauri are my two favourite looking cars.
Yeah. I do love the McLaren, but I think for me the Alfa Romeo is probably the most beautiful looking. It's so simple, but just it's just beautiful. It's an Alfa Romeo.
I know, right?
I love it.
It looks a picture, doesn't it? It really does.
Oh, it really does. And Mr. PDMB we're on with now. And do you have any nice little? I think you were saying that you have a few notes about this track. Do you have any kind of little nice little things to remember for the last one in China? I had to say about the 6 foot elevation drop for you.
Yeah, so I get my little Magic Mike's facts together for when there's, if there's a safety car out or there's a gap between qualifying, just to fill the gaps in.
I love it. Well, what we might do after, when it goes into after qualifying, what we'll do, we'll go through the standings really quick. We might play the video of Max again, and we'll do the race intro to cover up a few minutes of that as well, because we have then just the normal race intro as well, which would be quite nice. And Sainty is absolutely spot on when he says that the top 4, look at the time that's actually the split between them. There's not much at all. There we go. That's 0.001 from no trills. Like, that is so close. I'm very proud of K18, and he used to race in one of my old leagues when I was running Formula 1 leagues back in the day, and I'm so impressed with his progress. I really and truly am. I don't know if you guys can appreciate, where I met him was in a really small league years ago, and I got him into one of my own then as well. But he was always good, but he was so inconsistent at times. But now look at him, he's very consistent, and he's getting faster and faster laps. Like, he was always fast, but he was never like the fastest out of the groups. So I'm so happy to see the progress he's made, because I haven't, like, obviously been on the Xbox side of things for nearly a year now. So I'm so delighted to see him improving the way he has, and keep it up. I was #1 fan now for that. I'm delighted for him.
Yeah, I've been in contact with him just lately. He is a cracking lad, and I've got to say, he is one of the most improved drivers going in the ERC. He's, I think I got him the actual seat, beginning of this season. Somebody was looking for somebody, I just put his name forward, and in a minute they'd signed him. So, yeah, I like him. A good attitude, and again, very rarely in the stewards room.
Do you know what? I'm just thinking there, though, we do like him, but he's going to ruin my top 3 prediction, your top 3 prediction, and Exos. So yeah, can no Trills, McLaren or Sainty have an answer for him?
They will, I'm sure they will, because the last minute of Q3 is the most exciting time.
Oh, 100%.
They're all in the pits now, putting the fresh softs on.
It looks like the Haas of Sierra's gone out first, yeah. Sierra's bit the bullet first. He has to be kidding me.
He's another fast lad, Sierra. He was unlucky not to get a top seat. I would have fancied him for the championship if he'd got one in one of the top seats.
Look what he's doing with Haas, though. He's in the top 5 in the Haas. What?
Yeah, he was Ricky's teammate last year in the Ferrari, and we were a cracking team together. And I like to say he's a nice lad as well. Which is a good thing.
Well, I have to say, what I will say about anyone that I've seen and talked to from ERC, and from even when I was in it back in the day, they've always had top lads in it. There's never been any bullshit. It was never really tolerated. You come in your race, you have your fun. If you have a hard luck race, give it to the stewards and let the guys deal with it. And I think it's been a nice thing to see that's carried through the whole time here as well.
Yeah. If something does sort of like sprout in the Discord, they're asked go and do whatever on DM each other and what have you. So there's nothing really on the Discord that disrupts the RC in any way. So no, they're good. They're a good set of lads, and like I say, a mixture of different parts of the world. You've got Australians, you've got British, Irish, French. And it's great how they get on. It's obviously there's a bit of banter and everything, which is normal. But yeah, it's a great league to be involved with. I can't advertise it as any more than I can, but yeah, it's been a great set of lads. They've done wonders for me and our Ricky. It's been great.
But
and it's like it come into light in COVID time sort of thing, but it's carried on. It's got bigger, so it's been doing really well.
Oh no, that's been doing amazing. It was started 4 months into COVID, I remember very well. But what I love about all racing, and you point on a little bit there, as we're going to watch these guys race hard now in the last minute, but just the quick point is everybody sits at home racing virtual cars. To everyone else that hasn't got to do with esports and might think it's crazy, to all of us, it's real. Like, it is proper racing. You are giving your heart and soul out there, and it's filled with mad people from every part of the globe, from every walk of life, but we all have that one thing in common, and it's an amazing thing to bring people together. And that's why for esports I love it. That's why I'll probably always do comms on it now, between a set of course, Formula 1 and other things, because people are like, the people that are in most communities are fantastic. You get the odd bad apple like everywhere, but I just love even that etiquette there, a car getting out of the way. People are treating this like a real thing, and it's an amazing thing to see.
Yeah, well, my missus, when I've been watching it downstairs, she can't tell the difference between this and actual real F1. She can't get over how realistic it is.
Yeah, it's pretty much like the real thing.
Yes.
Go wait till I tell you though, if you like your classic racing, I was playing Automobiles 2, it's called. It's a game on PC. They just done a whole Senna thing. I've all the old Senna cars and all that. It's so much fun. I might get you to watch that, and that's what I love about this. It's so realistic, this game here. There's not any game that does Formula 1 cars like the Formula 1 game. I will be honest when I say that.
Yeah. Definitely agree with you.
So what can Sainty do here?
I'm just on board with our Ricky because he's not set a really good time yet, So
no trills on pole. Sainty's in second currently. It looks like Bulls is in the pits, so the next car to go through is your young man.
Yeah.
He's on it.
Go on.
Up into 60 goes for now. We've got McLaren next. McLaren looks like he's going to jump up into second. Wow.
I've got 2 out of the 3.
I've got 3 out of 3 so far. Katie, don't ruin my day. You probably will.
Who've we got?
Oh, he goes on pole!
Wow.
What a dude. Get in there, my son.
Good lad.
And Mr. Steele is the last one to cross the line. Looks like he is going to be in 10th there. Well done to K18. Hats off to him, as the Nicky Lauda from Austria would say there. What a lap. Get in there. As much as I hate you for ruining my exact calling out there, but anyway, what a lap. But honestly, like, you know, it takes an awful lot of concentration to, on the very last lap, knowing if you mess it up, your time is gone. He kept it together, kept it composed, because no trills, McLaren, Sainty, there ain't no slouches.
Oh no, you got to. I'm going to shout out for Sierra really, because he got 5th in the ass.
Absolutely, that's it.
Fucking right.
That's just unreal. That's unreal, is what that is. And even your young lad there as well, like, wasn't too far off getting Sarah either, and that Mercedes wouldn't be the fastest there. So he's done an amazing job as well. He can hold his head up. Absolutely. And even Bull can hold his head up, because he's after absolutely over exceeding what Exo said about him.
Yeah, true, yeah.
So I'm sure Bull won't let him live that down for quite a while. That's absolutely brilliant.
Eric has just proved that he's the number 1 driver, hasn't he, really?
Absolutely. Top dog. And what we're going to do now, we're going to jump straight into the standings for anyone who's looking to see the standings. So I'll throw that scene over, because it's something that we haven't gone through yet. So in first place at the minute, ETE Scar is in the first spot on 87 points. In second spot is K18 with a good chance of pulling in a bit of points on Scar tonight on 61 points, with Sainty in third on 60 points, only 1 point off. So there's a great battle here. And even then in fourth and fifth, you have Exo and PDBA joined on 53 points, with your young man Ricky there on 51 points. So actually, do you know what? The top 6 cars can literally easily jump into second spot or even into first if Scar has a bad race again. So like the top 6 is so close. And then you've got Shaggy in 7th on 47. Then Ginge was in 8th. Unfortunately, Ginger's gone to different pastures. So McLaren essentially is going to overtake that tonight. He's joined on 38 points with Ginge. Then we have, is it PWW? Ryan, okay, that's right. Okay, so yeah, so I don't know half of these people, so I'm amazed. So Ryan is a reserve driver and he's 34 points. So fair play to him for reserve to be doing that is amazing. Then you have Rookie License in 11th spot on 33 points. Then No Trills is a reserve and they're on 32 points then in 12th. Then it looks like we've Mr. Steele in the Alpine in 13th on 29 points. Then Pivot is on 28 points in 14th. We've got Hilly in 15th on 27 points. ERC Tiny is a reserve on 23 points. Donaldinho in the Williams is on 16. We've ERC Franks then as a reserve on 16. We then have Bulls on 15 points. We've got, is it Stomer, is it? In the McLaren? Steamer, yeah, I just couldn't see that correctly. God bless me eyesight. Is on 10 points. Then you have a Meatball on 0 points. You have Combat on 0 points. Michelle or Michael there on 0 points, and Biddy is on 0 points. Constructors wise though, Ferrari are joint with AlphaTauri, so that's a battle. But also, you can say Red Bulls in that, they're only 2 points or 3 points off them as well. Like,
it's not been as close for constructors for a few seasons now. There's them top 4 teams. Like I say, good result for Mercedes. Can see them go up. You know, and any of them teams now. DNF makes a hell of a difference with constructors.
Absolutely. With Mercedes then in 4th spot on 104. They've a nice lead though on Alfa Romeo on 71 points, who are ahead then of McLaren on 53 points. Then we have Haas on 47, joint with Williams. So Haas and Williams are having that fight with McLaren, and you could even throw Alpine in that as well, being on 44 points. So less than 9 points between those 4 positions. And Aston Martin then out in 10th spot. So that's amazing. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to let Max Verstappen show you the lap of the track again, because Wallace has been so nice to get him involved, and we'll do the race intro, and then we'll be back then to scream down the mics for the next at least hour while there's mad racing going on.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm on the actual stream now, the game, and it looks really misty. But if you say it's going to be a dry race, well, we've got to take that word for it. But
I was looking at that as well as you were saying that. I was like, it does look a little bit misty. But guys, we'll be back to you in a second.
If I was there, I'll be putting my coat on.
Absolutely. And guys, we are on the formation lap here now. Papa Wallis, are you as excited as I am?
I think I am. I've got a wet patch.
This is going to be epic. Sinkazutso, I'm going to go in the wall after hitting Wallace. Reader, I don't recognise this person, pops up. Reader, the stream's fire. Thank you very much, brother. Dame was saying something about Kenzie Retro. I don't know who Kenzie Retro is in here. I don't know Kenzie Retro from previous races. So, Papa, prediction, top 3 for the race. I always do it as well. If you want, I'll go first if you're not brave enough to give it a go.
I'm going to go Scar, Sainty and MCL.
Wow. Do you know what? I think if there's no accidents, and I'm hopeful there's not going to be any accidents, I'm going to say, I'll just put on a few bits actually just so we can see. I want to see tyres actually. So, ooh, quite a difference in tyres. So I'm going to go with, I'm going to have to go with K18. They've done a great lap. So I'm going to go K18, but I'm going to go for MCL second and maybe Sainty in third, with maybe Wallace in fourth with Sierra fifth. I don't know what's going to happen, let's just be honest.
It's anybody's mate.
Literally. And we're away. And this is exactly what we're waiting on. What's going to happen at this first corner? So K18's got a great start. No Trills has pulled in nicely behind him there. Oh, looking back further, there's some action there.
Yeah, there's some action there. There's an Alpine and then a Mercedes gone wide.
Oh, who's that at the very back? Billy's after getting massive damage on the front there in his Williams.
Billy's off track. Rookie.
Oh.
Rookie was in.
So is it
3
XO 5 second penalty?
Unlike him, that is. Wolf's also got a penalty.
Wow. So there's 2 penalties out there. John, I'm going to look at the, never mind the penalties, position changes. So Shaggy's up 4 spots, Sierra's down 4. So that's been a woeful start for Sierra. He must have avoided the accidents that's happened, but obviously lost some places in the process. Your boys up 1 position. You've got Bull is up 2, Sainty's up 1. Steele's down 5 positions as well. But Exo's up 2, Scar's up. Yeah, look, to be honest with you, this is just going to be crazy. It is the start of Austria after all.
Yeah, there's yellow. There's a safety car.
Has it gone into full safety car caution? I don't see the safety car on the track though.
No. I was just watching K18 and he's keeping his. We're off. It was a BCSC. Yeah, it was a BSC. K18 warmed his tyres and then all of a sudden the yellow flags went off and he had to put his foot down again. But no thrill putting him under pressure.
That's going to be dire though for Bull and Billy because they're literally in the pits now. They're going to be so far behind already.
I know.
Hard tyres on and close the eyes to the end.
I just wondered if they had damage.
Oh, there was severe damage on Billy. He had lost the front wing at the first corner. I didn't see what happened Bulls properly, but at the minute this is the closest battle pretty much on track and it's for the race lead.
It is, yes. No thrills K18. Very close.
Super close. No Trills is putting the pressure on, but while that's happening, Scar is very close to PDMB here.
Just going to mention Scar, he's making his way through the pack.
Absolutely, and even ahead of him there, you see Sierra all over the likes of Shaggy there as well. So K18's pulled out about half a second on No Trills with the fastest lap at 109.3.
108.6 now with Wolf.
Absolutely. Oh, look at this. Scar's going to go around. PDMB gets the job done. Does he hold it though? PDMB gets a little bit wibbly, and I think that's going to be that position. He's a bit of a toe with the RS there, which should be able to defend that. And up ahead then, Sierra's going around. Shaggy would seem quite an easy one.
Yeah, he made light work of that, didn't he?
Absolutely. With the DRS is quite nice. Back onto the lead though. So it looks like, oh, your young lads after getting overtook.
Wallace and Wolf close. Wolf's got the inside line, Wallace is going wide.
I think young Wallace has done the right thing. He's got back in behind him, tuck in and try and get the toe down, coming down the main straight for the first part, getting that DRS and getting that little pull down, which is probably the smartest thing to do. This track here, you have to use your brain. It's not just about attacking and getting the position. You need to be strategic when you do the attacking.
Correct. K18's just set fastest lap. Wolf's beaten that. So Wolf's the two consistent fast laps with Wolf. How many positions has he made up?
Wow, quite a few there now at the minute.
He's up to 3. Yeah, showing some pace in the Red Bull is Wolf.
Wolf is absolutely flying there, and MCL now has your young Mr. Wallis behind him as well. Look at no Trills though, side by side though with K18. This is for the race lead, has the inside line, hard on the brakes, but will have the advantage of being able to push K18 a little bit wider, but K18 sticking right beside him. K18 now has the advantage of having the inside line. He is a bit ahead, and he'll have the right to that corner there, so this is going to get spicy coming into the next sector.
Yeah, it is. You're on the right battle at the moment. This is going to get spicy, I think.
And look at Sainty now is just literally at the back and going, lads, have a little tap there with each other. I'll happily drive through.
Yeah, definitely is.
Oh, this is
good stuff. This is what we paid the admission for.
That's the truth. I'm going to jump on live with no Trills, and I look behind me and ahead of me as we see what he's going to do here. Oh, K18 drops. Oh! K18 now could lose out to Sainty as well.
Yeah. Interesting to see Scars just put a 1.8 in.
Sainty, I love that. Sainty could have went for a bit of a dive bomb, but decided not to. That's called smart driving. Love it. So K18 is coming back at no Trills because K18 does have DRS. But no Trills has the position now of being at the front of that and being able to defend there, and looking through at the gaps at the minute. We're pretty much on the closest race on the track. And both of these are on mediums, so looking at the pace of Sainty, you know, he's on hard tyres there and he's sticking with the guys in the mediums. I know there's not a massive tyre advantage. This is amazing for him that he's sticking with them, and by the time it comes to the pits, if he's staying with them this close, he's going to have a huge advantage come the end of the race, because you can imagine his pace with a light fuel load and fresh mediums.
Exactly, yeah, definitely. I've just noticed that Ryan P19, he must have had a moment because he was mid-pack a couple of laps ago. So he must have been in the pits. He's put fresh mediums on.
That's a lucky. Mr. Scar is now attacking your young Mr. Wallis there, and it looks like he's going to be super close.
Yeah, he's good driver, Scar, good driver. And another one that's never ever in the steward's room.
Oh, that's such nice driving by both the drivers there, in fairness. But your son is not giving up though, and your son, he's going to have to drop off now. Yeah, there's much better straight line speed in that Red Bull.
Yeah, close now with these 4.
Absolutely, and we're after missing PDMB overtaking Shaggy there. Sorry about that, guys. There's just so much action. Shaggy's after overtaking him back though.
Go on, Shaggy lad.
That's a lovely, lovely move there. We're going to jump back on with Scar because he's 0.2 of a second off McLaren now, MCL.
Yeah, Exo's ready for a move on Michello as well. He's close to the back of him. And then you've got another bit of a train going from Steel down with Pivot, Hilly, Rookie. But, it's all action everywhere. You don't know where they put the cameras.
Absolutely. If I was MCL there, I would have broke this slightly and letting Scar get by me to grab the DRS for this part of it, and he would have got the position and held it. While here he's just going to lose out now with that drag, especially with that Red Bull. I was always strategic with that. I'm after giving away one of my moves that I used to do there. As we see, your young man is after getting the job done, and he's fighting with Sierra. That is, Sierra though it seems to have better straight line pace though.
Yeah, he's running low wings, I think.
Wow. And PDMB is going for Shaggy here. He has the inside line. We're looking right at it there. But Shaggy has the better drive out of the corner, taking the wider line, getting that power earlier and getting straight earlier. Great with driving there from them as well. Jumping back onto Exo. So Exo's kind of taking an easier approach to this race at the minute. He's letting the guys overfight each other. He's looking after those hard tyres, and he's after jumping up quite a few positions while doing that as well. So he's driving a very smart race there. And TTM Pivot is on a recovery mode as well after I think he had a bit of a spin at the start as well.
Yeah, Michello's joined in the battle with PDMB and Shaggy, and I think Exo will take advantage of this.
Absolutely. And Dean, though, is coming back in on No Trills. I had to fly up to that one there. So look at this. He's right on the rear of No Trills. And Sainty is with him. Sainty's driving a great race, guys. Don't underestimate what he's doing with our tyres. Sticking with these guys.
Yeah. But you just got to keep one eye out on Scar as well. Ryan's just got a 3-second time penalty. Scar is making his way through.
Dean's after getting the lead again as well.
Yeah, go on, mate. Team's back in front.
I think this is going to be a race-long battle with these three because they're in a league of their own so far. 4.1 seconds clear of Wolf, and Wolf does have a time penalty also. We'll do a penalty rundown really quick, sure, while we're at nothing more. So Wolf has a 5-second penalty, so he's going to serve that in the pits before he gets his tyres changed. He'll have to sit stationary for 5 seconds, which feels like an eternity. Exo is going to unfortunately have to endure the same pain of a 5-second penalty, and then Ryan has a 3-second penalty, so he can kind of just get on with things and get the head down and try and keep it clean.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about them 3 seconds, is there?
No, not at all. But look at this though. What's Katie going to do about No Trills?
Yeah, there's so many close battles throughout the field. It's it exceeded my excitement. This lot, I tell you, really, I didn't think it'd be this close.
I'm looking to hear it on one board with PDMB. He's defending from the Alfa Romeo, but also it looks like Exo is looking to get involved now. Well, is it Mikkel or Michelle or whatever the name is there? I can't think right now because there's so much racing. PDMB and Shaggy side by side again. What is happening here, guys? They're just racing everywhere. PDMB takes the wider line. Shaggy, though, being brave, sticking it around the outside and will have a better drive. That's the one good thing about taking a wide line. You can get straight a little bit earlier and carry more speed through. While tighter, you kind of have the advantage of trying to jump ahead really quick with track position, but you will be slower on exit. But look at this train. Between these, there's nothing now.
Nothing. Hair's breadth between them all.
This is going to be...
Oh my God, you can't take your eyes off this battle.
I literally jumped there for MCL and Sierra. I'm going to jump back down to this one. There's so many battles in first position as well. It's like, where do you look? This is great stuff. So PDMB gets to move down.
Yeah, we'll have to apologise anyway because we can't.
No!
Oh, Shaggy's down, Mikhail, but Michelle, what happened there? Didn't quite see it.
Neither did I. There's no replay in this game, unfortunately. It's the one thing that I do miss with the software. I'm going to see can I get software to run replays while we're watching it live, because that would have been great to see what happened there.
Say Exo, mate, he took advantage of that there. He's moved up a couple of places.
He has, but he's lost out on 4 seconds now to PDMB because of that, because they all nearly had to just stop.
True. Look at the battles going on.
But look at this, MCL with Sierra with your son behind. PDMB, that was like 7 seconds off, so that's a 3-way battle here with these guys. I think what your young lad needs to do now is just be patient, let the two of them fight each other, stick within the toe, but let them overfight it and then jump and be opportunistic.
Yeah. There's a yellow flag. Who was it? Illy's gone in the pits.
It is in the pitch, yeah. I don't know why there's a yellow flag for that.
Bull, I think. I think it was Bull. Anyway.
We are back. ERC Billy's after retiring in the pits. Oh no, on track? That's going to be a safety car. Has to be. It's on the exit of the last corner, although no cars around. Yes, the safety car is out, guys. Safety car is out. So this is great for Sainty to get onto the mediums now, and it's really bad. I suppose it's bad for anyone on the. It's probably great for anyone on the mediums. Bad for people on the hards. But you can pull another 25 laps. Yeah, you could do.
They're all pulling in.
So if that was you, what would you do there?
I'd stay out.
On the hards, you probably could, and then finish on the softs.
I'd have been on the hards and I'd have stopped out.
Yeah. Sainty's jumped in, so I think everyone's just jumping in. To be honest with you, I think that mightn't have been a bad idea. The likes of Ludov should do that. But I'm sure he's probably in the pits by now. Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody's in the pits. Everybody.
Yeah.
Exo's in the 5 seconds penalty.
Oh no, and you only have to get rid of the 5 second penalty.
Yeah. Everybody's been in the pits, apart from Rookie.
Wow.
Pivot, he's in the pit now, so there's only Rookie that's not pitted.
Well, Rookie has nothing to lose there, so if I was him, I'd drag them hard tyres now and then go out onto the soft for maybe the last 10 laps.
Yeah, yeah.
Because think Kuitso and Reed there, we want a little Irish, or call him Irish and Papa Scouse.
Papa Scouse, yeah, that's me.
I think he wants us to have a baby though. I don't know how the logistics of that'll work.
It'll have to be a test tube because I'm not doing it any other way.
But that's the fun part of making babies. Don't pretend you don't want this. But you can carry the baby though. This is going to be very interesting. So we have K18 on hards, no trills on hards, Sainty and Scar on fresh mediums. But that means Scar will have to pit again because I think Scar went out on mediums at the start. So I'm wondering if Scar expecting another safety car and jumping onto softs.
I wouldn't be surprised as another safety car to be fair, Colin, but you never know with this game.
Absolutely no. And Ryan hasn't changed tyres, by the way. He's on 9-lap old mediums.
All right, yeah.
But that makes sense because he was in the pits early on, wasn't he?
Yeah. It's about lap 4, I think he went in the pits, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's interesting. Mr. Reed, how about we have a baby Reed and Wallace? An American Scouse.
Again, it'll have to be done in a test tube.
Reed's a handsome looking devil.
He is, yeah, but his beard would tickle me, and I couldn't be doing it. I'll be laughing while we're doing it.
You'd be giggling like a little girl. Oh, Reed, stop.
Nothing that fall against you, Reed, at all. I don't like hair down my mouth.
Well, he did say Papa would have to fly to America, so you'll get a holiday out of it if he pays for it. I'll gladly watch Reed, no bother at all. I'll live stream, I'll commentate on it. And we have Reed now, kissing Papa.
Hey, that'd be a good one on TikTok, wouldn't it?
In between commentating, I'll be getting sick.
Oh, yeah.
The joys.
By the way, Reed is, if I was a racing driver, Reed would be my manager because he sorts you out with a midget orgy and plenty of drugs.
Oh, Reed. That's what I love to hear.
Yeah.
And Reed said you'd make some money on OnlyFans with it. To be honest, that's where I'd post it. I'd make a fortune. I reckon we've one more lap of safety car. So one more lap, guys. I'm very sorry to say, of Reed and Papa flirting. It is what it is. I can't control it.
Well, we flirt on Discord and everything, so it's nice to be public now.
He's been a nice couple, to be fair.
Yes, he's a good man.
Reed's a legend, man. Absolute legend.
He stinks, but he's a good man.
Oh, it's good to see you there, guys. Now I remember from back in the old days. I love Reed.
Yeah, he's a character and sense of humour, second to none. Cracking bloke.
Reed's saying there's a bit of an age difference. Is that because that he's older than you? Because obviously you're 21, Papa.
22.
Oh, you turned 22. Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, no, it's yeah. I don't like advertising your birthday because I usually end up with too many presents. So, cars in this.
No, but what Reed can do, he can do like a little video to you going, "Happy birthday, Mr. President." But he can do it in the American accent like Marilyn Monroe.
On his chopper.
I can imagine it now. It would be great. But look, guys, we're going to get back into the safety cars coming in, which means we are back to a live track. Going to be on lap 15 with 21 laps to go. It is literally wide open.
Yeah, anybody's. And what we've seen, I just hope this next part is as good as the first part because it's over expectations with me. It's been an absolutely cracking race up to here.
It's been so close, and that's what Austria always brings, because it's just a trained central place. And Keating got a great start, but he's only 3/10 clear, which mightn't be enough. Coming to 2 long very straights there, as No Trills is right behind him at it, but it looks fairly clean between everyone so far.
Definitely. 1 or 2 running a little bit wide, but
That's been a perfect start.
yeah, good start. We've got a right connection from 12 down. There's not much room between each car, but that will level itself out in a minute. As
Absolutely.
turn through.
And look at this MCL going through the middle of it. Looks like Wallis.
I don't know what's happened to Exo.
Oh, he's in the pits. Did he go in and serve a pit? What? How is he down the back?
Don't
Okay,
know,
we
don't
missed
know.
something. Oh, I wonder, did he serve that other pit penalty? That's why that was done.
Yeah.
That's exactly why he done that.
Yeah, good on him. Done
So-
the right thing, I think.
Absolutely. MCL done a great move there with Wallace 3 wide into that corner was brave. And Exo already up into 17 spots. So Exo, I think Ludov's done a genius move there with that. And he's on the hard tyres to the end as well, so he's no penalties as well. He can just focus on the racing. But look at these 4 out front, absolutely fighting. Scar is now involved as well. Sierra is struggling, I think, because he's in the Haas on the hards, but doing an amazing job in 5th place. With now your son Wallace fighting with MCL. MCL's trying to go around the outside, Wallace on the inside. Wallace gets the job done, but it's going to be a drag race, and now Wolf is going to be getting a good tow, a double tow you can essentially say here. But these are side by side. Wallace has the better line, but also on exit MCL might have a better turn of speed, which he's holding the inside line, but Wallace does have the better line. But look at MCL coming back. The difference in straight line speed there is huge. MCL gets... But he's done enough though to keep Wolf behind, which is the main thing. I don't think he was going to win the battle with MCL there with the speed differential on the exit of that corner there, but he's done a great job to keep it together and keep himself ahead of Wolf. And now Trills has got by K18. We've missed that with all the direction that's going on.
Yeah, it's close them first 4 in it, really is for No Frills, K18, Sainty and Scar.
Absolutely, No Trills is flying out there.
Yeah. Making that Red Bull sing. Red Bull P1 and 4.
Do you know something though? I don't know if I'd like to be leading it just yet. I think I prefer sitting where K18 is now at the minute and kind of letting the laps go down a bit, keep it within the half a second kind of time, and then just attack near the end. Because you're going to let them overdrive their car, because they're going to be kind of really kind of trying to stay ahead and pulling away.
MCL's made a mistake. Wolf and Wallace battling again with MCL.
Look at Wolf here, 2 positions and 2 corners it looks like.
Yeah, MCL had a bit of a moment and Ricky took him and then...
Oh, look at this from Ricky though as well. Ricky and Wolf side by side. What a... That is phenomenal driving for both of them. To have the trust with each other to make it around that bend side by side. Absolutely amazing. There's no other word for that. That is a brilliant bit of driving.
No Thrills, fastest lap.
He's definitely starting to stretch his legs now. He's over a second clear of K18, so K18's going to be falling to Sainty now. So let's jump on with Sainty here as he has the DRS as well as Scar. So Scar is right up behind him. I'm sure Sainty might go for here. Yes, he's going to just show the nose. Runs a bit deep.
Nice tight line from Scar.
Look at this from Scar though. That Red Bull in a straight line. Wham bam, 1-2 on to the next one.
Cracking move, that Scar.
That was beautiful.
Come inside on that bend and got a cracking getaway.
Brilliant. Unfortunately for K18, that has been a tough few corners for him, but there's still a full race to go as Wallace is after overtaking Wolf, and Wolf is on the inside, but Wallace he's carrying more speed. He's going to stay ahead, which is the main thing for the next part of the corner. So that was a nice move there by Ricky up into 6th position, Wolf in 7th, MCL in 8th. Looking back then as well, Rookie License having a close battle there with Bull at the minute, and Steele as well is in getting involved with that. Exo up into 15th spot, by the way.
Yeah, wow. Still
And
well
pushing
there,
forward. Fair play.
Yeah, Scarf putting No Thrills under pressure now. 2 Red Bulls at the front. Can't see them getting into any close contact.
No, I'm just looking here at M5 Steel and Rookie License are literally side by side nearly at this stage. And this is going to be a DRS move if I've ever seen it. The Alpine in a straight line, super fast.
Yeah, Bull's had a moment. Bull's struggling. Just had a spin.
Absolutely. Look at the drive Rookie License got out of that corner there. That's amazing.
Yeah, he's a good driver, Rookie. Good driver.
Some very, very clever driving going on out there. And it's very... MCL is 0.4 of a second as well. I don't know where to be looking. I'm going to go up to Scar. Look at this. Red Bull 1-2 now at the minute.
Yeah, Red Bull wants to be ready to mop up any mistakes that have made up in front. But I'll keep my eye on over TTM pivots. Just had a 3-second time penalty. I'll keep my eye on the Wallis MCL Wolf battle if you want to go up front.
Absolutely. I'll be jumping through anywhere where there's a close battle. But look at this. Scar is going to overtake No Trills. Scar is absolutely on a different level here in this part of the race. He's literally flew through everyone.
He's an alien, mate. He is.
Is that really demo driving? It has to be demo.
It could be, you know. We'll have to have a drugs check after the race.
Definitely. We'll have to have a look there. As Rookie License M5 Steel are literally trading every single bit of the corner or trading spots there, and looks like now MCL and Wallis swapping position. Oh, side by side. The amount of people side by side here and carrying it through is phenomenal. And again, these guys are at it. So MCL has the better line this time round, but Wallis is right there. Wallis on the inside. This is phenomenal. They're leaving plenty of room for each other as well. This is what we like to see. Wallis is the inside line this time round here. And you have now Wolf getting involved with these as well. So realistically, I think Ricky, if he's smart, might let off the throttle slightly, let them by for the first corner and then attack. As I say, that MCL lets off the throttle knowing what was going to happen. Oh no, but his yellow flag. Safety car. So the Haas is out of TTM pivot.
Yeah, TTM pivot's out.
Wow.
So, right, EXO might be a what's the word I'm looking for? Might have pulled the ace out of the pack here, EXO. I think he's going to come out of this.
He's fresh mediums on. Rookie License on fresh mediums. Ryan is on fresh mediums. It looks like PDMB and Bulls have one lap old mediums.
Yeah. Will the leaders pit, do you think? The medium drivers may go in. Can't see the hards going in yet, but I think Scar may. I don't know.
If I was K18, I definitely would.
Yeah, Scar's in.
Saint is in, K18's in. So one Red Bull's going to stay out anyway. So Trills is staying out.
Yeah.
So I think that's smart from Trills. He's definitely going to struggle on this restart on 10 lap old hards compared to fresh mediums.
Everybody's pitted. Like I say, EXO was one of the first in, and I'd like to see where he is after this.
Which is only 13 laps. Would you not think or 14 laps? The soft should surely last 10 to 12 laps.
It should do, but they will be on the last leg sort of thing. I think safe. When I've done races on Austria, 10 laps is a maximum. I think the softs.
Really?
Honestly, yeah. It does eat them up. A medium, I'd go medium hard.
But if you pull, like if you started to say, if I was Scar, I would have went on to softs, because the amount of time that you're going to gain, even if you start losing a little bit of time at the end, I don't think you can easily pull 10 seconds on fresh softs. They're so fast around here.
The likes of Scar, No Thrills, and Sainty, yeah. And it surprised me that they haven't put softs on, to be honest, because they would pull a gap out and not suffer.
Yeah, because then they could pull a gap of 10 seconds and just let off and bring it home and still have a bit of life left in them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably optimistic saying 10 seconds, but even say 7-8 seconds, then you can maintain that. And then obviously use ERS.
Yeah, you can make it up.
Absolutely.
Anyway, did you know that Austria is 4.318 kilometres per lap?
I did not know that.
Yeah, it was originally built. The actual track was originally built in 1969, and then Herman Tilke was engaged to turn the ostrich string, as it was originally known, into its current state, the A1 ring, and it was opened in 1996, with F1 arriving a year later, and that race was won by Jacques Villeneuve.
Ooh, and can you tell me, did you ask your friend Max Verstappen all of this stuff?
I don't want to let secrets out, but I actually learned Verstappen how to drive, so...
What? So you're really a world champion, not Max?
Well, I just don't like, advertising myself, Colin, you know what I mean? It's things like this I need to keep to myself.
That's crazy. Oh, sorry, Rita saying to you, come on, lads, how you doing, you scouts?
All right, then. Well, what I've got to say as well is Nicky Lauda. You know Nicky Lauda? Who? Lauda! Nicky Lauda is the only Austrian to win at the Austrian Grand Prix. Did you know that?
I actually didn't, and that's a really good fact that I do like. That one I admire you for. That's actually a really good fact. I love them ones.
In 1987, Johansson, driving for McLaren, hit a deer.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
As we're going to go back live, I'll let you bring this race start back in, brother.
Right then. On screen with no frills, and he's gone. He's gone early than he did last time.
Oh, that's a lovely one.
Half a second gap between himself and Wolf. Gar, perhaps not on the ball, but he's still in third and just holding Sainty off. And what's happening down? Somebody's dropping down. M Steele's dropped down the list a little bit, but yeah. Sky's up to P2. No, he isn't.
Oh, lovely cutback from Scar there. That was a thing of beauty.
Yeah. The Red Bulls are back in front. Two Ferraris close in there. We're Sainty splitting them up.
Look at K18 though as well with Sainty.
Yeah.
Oh, how did they get them through there?
Class racing. This is good advertisement for ERC, this race. Absolutely superb.
I cannot fault any of the driving I've seen, especially around these side-by-side 2-3 wide, and there's space given. As Wolf gets himself a time penalty, not what he wants when he's fighting in the top 5.
No, that's not very good for him.
Look at K18 and Sainty though. Sainty is under pressure.
There's no frills has gone off.
Oh, I just seen that.
It's spun.
Oh no. Where's he's gone down to last.
P17 from first. P17. Wow.
It doesn't look like he's gotten any damage though, which is good.
No. All this picks up 3 seconds penalty.
Will this change Sainty's tactics for going all out now, do you reckon? Oh, yeah. Wallis after running wide.
Yeah, push wide. Having on the screen with him then, he's pushed wide. But Sainty and Scar, this will be a good race, I think. K18 won't be giving up.
No, not at all. K18 definitely seemed more comfortable on the mediums than the hards, so this might come back to K18 either, because K18 was a little bit slower than he was on the mediums in the second phase there on those hards. He was definitely struggling with the Ferrari on them, so this might come back to him just yet. Let me see, where is Ludolf? He's in 13th position there behind Hilly. Then
Exo myself. So Scar put in a 106 fastest lap and already pulled a second on Sainty. There's no mean feat.
Absolutely not. I'm on board here now with Sierra. I'm looking behind me at your son and looking ahead there at Wolf. Looks like this, if this gets up in the 4th spot, he deserves it. Nortrell's retired from the session.
Definitely. Oh dear.
Into the pits, and I don't like seeing rage quit, and I understand it there. That must be absolutely gutting, but stick it out to the end. Another safety car, you're back in it. I always say that, because at the end of the day, it's racing. There's points at play.
Exactly. Got to echo them comments, mate. Yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Absolutely, absolutely. And like we've already had 2 safety cars, and the grid has changed several times so far. Exo though is after obviously having a huge moment, and is down in 16th, massively behind.
Yeah, we missed that one, haven't we?
That's the joys when there's so much happening on track. So I'm with Sainty here now. So he's sticking with K18, but K18 is dropping away.
Ryan's got a 3-second time penalty.
Oh no. Still a few with penalties out there. I'm very shocked at that. Oh! PDMB and Ludov must have came together. No, I'm getting that wrong. I know he is because Ludov's in the pits as well. I'll tell you one thing, this is playing right into the hands of Scar, this at the minute.
Exactly, it certainly is.
So K18's got... Absolutely. Like K18's got by Sainty, but I'm looking even M-side, rookie license and steel side by side. Where do we look? I can't, like, I don't know where to be looking.
You can't, action's everywhere. You know, you've got Bull with Ryan, you've got Rookie and Shaggy and M Steel, and then you've got your top, you know, Sainty on K18. You just don't know where to look. Wallace on Sierra, another one. And MCL on Michello. There's action everywhere. It's such a brilliant race.
This one here, rookie license steel, I'm loving. It's just back and forward.
But Sierra, I think Sierra's drilled a brilliant race in this Haas P4. Absolutely brilliant.
And look at this, Wolf is going to get sucked up by Shaggy now.
Sainty's on the back of K18 as well. K18's got a better drive out of turn 3.
It's a lovely drive there. So that's Shaggy by Wolf, by the way. Jumping onto the Sainty battle now because it is getting close. And
Wallace is putting Sierra under a bit of pressure. You just don't know where to look, Colin. It's Wolf and Shaggy.
Let's just try and do our best. It's not a bad complaint having this much action, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, Rookie on M Steel with Illy just behind them, and then you've got Ryan on Bull. It's just don't know where to look.
It's swapping and changing. But I have to say, Sierra's doing a phenomenal job in the Haas.
He is. You've got to put your helmet on for him. Helmet on, or take your hat off. Take your hat off too.
You're putting the helmet on for Reed, I think. I'm on board with Wolf here. Is going to attack back at Shaggy, I'm assuming, to try and get that position back. Shaggy had a much better exit of T1.
Sainty and K18, close contact there at the turn 3. K18. Oh, there's a little bit.
Oh, MCL's after spinning.
Oh, and they're both out. They're both out. Sainty and K18.
Oh! Sierra and Sainty. Oh no!
18 all out. Got to be a safety car. That is absolutely. Oh wow! Wow!
What happened there?
Well, K18 and Sainty were close together, and none of them were giving in, and it just happened. Wow!
And Sarah probably had nowhere to go. The poor person.
Well, both of them. I don't think Sierra just. He was right up there. There's nothing he could do.
Yeah.
Wow, that was one Elvis smash.
Wow. And everyone's on the pits. And Michello, 5-second penalty for speeding the pits, and he clipped the ball going in, so it could be a front wing change for him as well. It is. There's no wing on the car. Wow.
Yeah, I was on board with that then, mate. I can't say I can fault anybody. It was just close racing and
too close.
Love that. They were close. You didn't see anybody actually make the move, sort of thing. It just happened, and wow. Yeah.
But look at this. Ricky and Shaggy are on fresh softs. All the guys ahead are on older mediums. They could be absolutely going for this win now. Wow. And stern face, OMG, that's something. It definitely was something.
How are you, Luke? Brendan, absolutely fantastic bloke.
You were telling me about his lovely runners.
Yeah, lime green.
I love
He's
it.
seen from Spain.
Absolutely
And
love it.
it wouldn't be so bad, but he's not that tall of a lad, but he must have size 15 shoes. So them lime green trainers stand out.
Brilliant.
I'm only joking. He's a cracking lad. But,
Ludon from
yeah.
last to 10th now. So he's after jumping up 4 positions. So
Well, you've got 3, 4, maybe 5 of your top 10 drivers out now. Katie, Sierra, Saintly, No Frills, Billy, and obviously Pivot. He's no mug. So you've got 6 class drivers there out.
unreal. And I'm just looking at the penalties. So Ricky has 3 seconds, Ryan has 6, Wolf has 3, and it looks like someone has served a pit. Yeah, so that was Mikel and Aston Martin, which Exeter now open to 9th spot, has served his. So there's only 3 people with penalties. This is going to be an absolute cracker of a last few laps. Talk about, for us, it was great, but now it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Sync was it, so well, this is going to be easy.
I mean, I don't think your 6 drivers that are out are going for what I'm going to say, but I think this has been the race of the season up to yet. I feel sorry for them lads that are DNF'd. I am gutted for them. It's
racing.
A bit of a damn, such a brilliant race, but to see M Steele up in P2, Rookie P3, good to see. Nice to see. Aggie P5. Yeah, anybody's race now. Anybody's race.
Absolutely. I think it's a race of what could have been for a few, but it's a race of amazing things for the likes of M5 Steel up in 2nd spot now. I wouldn't have been saying that earlier on in an Alpine, let's be honest. Remember, he only barely got into 10th position in the qualifying. So, like, this is amazing to see these kind of stories. Can he hold it off for the next few laps? I don't know. Fresh tyres there. I know Ricky does have a 3-second penalty there as well, which is going to be influenced. But it's only going to be really 4 laps of racing.
Yeah, I can't see him building a 3-second gap on somebody in 4 laps, but you never know with him. He's...
well, with Shaggy behind on the same.
Yeah.
But he could be on for a podium. If I think he has enough pace on fresh tyres over a few laps to be on the podium. They're on 10-lap on mediums versus pretty much fresh softs. You know, look, it's anyone's game now. Let's be honest.
Mediums at 11 laps. The mediums aren't going to be fresh. They're not going to be. They're nearly enough out of date, aren't they? So they're going to struggle with them, I think.
Yeah. So Kazitzo's after telling me that he's Scarface, which now I remember, because I remember Sync Kazitzo he joined in with SNRC before I left with another guy from the Sync guys, but now I remember who he is now. Sorry.
Yeah, he's huge good lad.
He's saying that it's going to be easy. I don't know if it's going to be easy now, I'll tell you that.
Who said it's easy?
Sync. Or, sorry, yeah, Scar.
Maybe so, but you just don't know. You can't predict nothing in this race.
I think that was a bit of sarcasm seeing the soft tyres behind them.
Maybe so.
It's going to be fun.
Safety cars in, get back, get ready, and stand by your beds.
I don't know what to do now. I don't know where to be looking. I'm just going to sit on with M5 Steel to try and get a bit more of Turn 1's vision, because normally on the first person you mightn't get to see as much.
The thing is, though, I've got no central heating on. I'm sat here in my shorts and I'm absolutely sweating cobs. it's rolling down my cheeks, and they're away.
Look at the start Scar got. Nearly a second up.
Yeah. Go on, Rick. I shouldn't be biased, should I? But I can't help it.
Well, I tell you one thing, rookie license is not going to be given up without a fight either. So
he won't. No, he won't.
At the end of the day, those fresh softs, though, it's hard as Exo's lost out. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, they're not fresh softs anymore, are they? 3 laps old.
True, very, very true. And Exo down at the 10th spot, guys, but we're going to go back up to this top 5 here.
Yeah, look at Rookie, Shaggy, McLaren, they're all close. The AlphaTauri there is Shaggy coming on the inside.
Absolutely. But this is great here for Scar, as Steele is after getting back by Wallis.
Yeah. No, he's not letting him go.
Wallis will have so much more grip though, it's going to be ridiculous. But he needs to stay within 3 seconds though to hold on to his second position. So if he's comfortable sitting in kind of in around that now, 3 second time penalty for the Aston.
Cello. Wolf and the McLaren. Oh, Ricky.
Oh, that's 6 seconds. That's any hope of a podium, I think, on now at this stage.
Yeah, say Wolf and the McLaren close, and you just don't know where to look. Know where to look.
Oh, look at this though. You've got MCL. You have rookie license. Shaggy got by them.
There's a McLaren gone out there. PDMB, Ryan. No, who's the McLaren that's gone out there? Somebody's
PDMB. That would have been. And Wolf after losing 2 spots there, Michaelo's after going straight back by. You've got side by side Wallis and Steele again. Wallis looks like he's the move done this time with the inside line, but look at this, Steele is staying with him. Wallis does have that much better grip and can carry more speed now. Can he pull in 3.8 seconds and pull 6 seconds clear? Probably not now with the laps that's left. With a yellow flag, as it looks like Ryan has spun in the Aston Martin there, and DRS has been enabled now.
Yeah. Wow. Just don't know where to look at all.
Well, Steele is blessed that he's going to have DRS now because he's got Shaggy right behind him. So at least he'll have that little buffer.
Exo up to P9.
Go on, Ludolf.
Ryan's dropped. Bull's gone in the pits.
MCL's got by rookie.
Wow. Just don't know where to look.
It's great stuff. And Exo's after getting up at the 8th spot by Wolf here now. Exo's having a drag race with him. Wolf looks a little bit faster now, but Exo will be able to outbrake him because Wolf is right there.
Wolf got him.
Wolf has him for now, but there's DRS around the corner.
Yeah.
So Scar has pulled 4 seconds clear. MCL's after getting a 3-second penalty. Not what he wanted.
Oh, this is going to shake it all up, isn't it? It really is.
I'm not going to show any of the penalties. We're going to find out together at the end.
No.
I'm with Shaggy here now. So Shaggy is going to have to find something special to get by M5 Steel now.
I just want Ricky to get a podium, then we've got to interview him.
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think that's going to happen, bro. 6 seconds of penalties.
No, I don't think so.
Rookie. Anyway. Optimistic. he's your boy.
Wolf the rookie license close to, wow.
Wolf and them are drag racing. Both of them have DRS, but that Ferrari just has the better straight line speed.
Yeah. Ludolf's. I think Ludolf's got P8 in him here.
Ooh, I'm on with Shaggy. Shaggy's now 2 and a bit seconds clear of MCL, but look at that, he's only half a second. Wolf's after getting a penalty now.
Yeah, wow. So Scar's coming over the line now for the win.
Sorry, Scar, and he's going over the line. Oh, what I'd love to see. And Wallis now, unfortunately, is going to drop back a few positions, so we'll have MS5 Steel in second, Shaggy in third. Who'll be in fourth? So Wallis gets fourth. That's brilliant. Rookie license up to 5th. Exo in 6th.
Yes.
MCL 7th. Wow.
Well, our Ricky will be chuffed with that 4th. He will.
Absolutely. And they've hit.
Brilliant. Done brilliant for Mercedes and the constructors.
Brilliant. And then Haley in 8th. Michelo in 9th. Wolf in 10th, unfortunately, after all the hardship. Then you PDMB in 11th, but no wing on his car. So PDMB decided to stick it out and just race his heart out and finish then in 11th spot. Guys, that was phenomenal racing.
It was best race I've commentated on for a long time.
Oh, mate.
I know the guys at DNF won't agree with me, but on a commentary basis, absolutely superb. It's absolutely superb.
It's a commentator's dream, this. Absolutely brilliant.
My head's aching, my throat's sore. I'm dizzy, sweating.
That's well worth it. Guys, very well done on the show you're after putting on, can I say. Hopefully we'll be able to, I think Ludolf will be able to get the guys in now for some interviews in a minute.
Don't think Scar will come on.
Will he not know?
No, I don't think he will.
Go on, Sinky, get in here. Sainty just had a meme put in there. Sainty, that was a tough one for you as well. Guys, don't be afraid to jump in. And why wouldn't you come in, Scar? But
Camera shag.
oh no, there's no camera on him though. He doesn't need to worry with the camera.
I know. He's wanted in 6 counties.
Be grand. He's too fast for the police to catch him. But yeah, even to get Sainty in as well with Katie, it'd be quite nice to hear what happened as well.
Yeah.
So the fastest lap was by Scar as well, at 106.645.
Maximum point.
There was nobody close enough to him for fastest lap, even on the softs at the end. That's a phenomenal lap. Started 16th.
Yeah, he lost his rival Scar when Katie and Sainty DNF.
But like, that's 15 positions to the race win. Steele in second from 10th to second. Then Shaggy from 12th to third. Wallace up 2 positions into fourth. Oh, what a race. What a race.
How many did Steele make up?
Steele made up, I think it was 10, wasn't it?
Well, he's in my race, driver of the day, then Steele.
Unreal.
You'd expect it from Star, but Steele, absolutely brilliant drive from him. I'm Shaggy, P3, brilliant.
That's absolutely mental stuff. And Sinkazoots was saying, you don't get to hear my sexy ass voice. To be honest with you, we were hoping you do that to try and get ladies in watching us for next week.
Yeah, when Sainty comes in, we'll need a translator.
Absolutely brilliant. So we have M5 Steel in the columns now in second. So M5, congratulations on an epic race to be able to pull that car where you pulled it into 10th spot firstly at the last second in Q2, and then to get that now into second place. How are you feeling?
Oh, mate, what a race. Oh my god, that's my first league race on no traction.
Wow.
Oh, I'm glad.
What a track as well to have no traction on. That was phenomenal driving, so if that's the case.
Yeah, man. I've struggled all week in practice for it with the exit of turn 3. Just not having the pace off that, but that battle at the end with Wallis. Fucking hell.
But I don't know if you knew at the time, if you had the time penalty, and I was even saying in the stream, like, you know, if you felt you were quick enough, just let him by, don't worry about it and stick within the time penalty distance. Were you aware of the time penalty, or were you just so focused on what you were doing?
Not until he was past me. I didn't notice it until he got past. But even so, if I had noticed it beforehand, I probably would have fought that hard anyway, because with 2 laps to go, he's got the pace to gap me by whatever his penalty was.
True.
6 seconds.
Well, 6 seconds and 2 laps, that'll be a feat, because the one thing that I did forget that Papa had pointed out, by the time the race had restarted, it was like 2 or 3 laps old already, so there probably would have been a bit of life took out of those softs. Whether they would have had that pace in it, I'm not sure, but that was phenomenal. So what was your highlights of the race? Obviously getting second place, but like, was there any battles other than the likes of like with Wallace there as well? And if you want to talk us through that as well, how you were using your ERS and defending as well, because obviously you have to be very strategic, especially coming into the last few laps.
I had a good battle with Rookie. We had a back and forth for about 5 laps, and then we did a half a lap side by side. That was good. But yeah, the battle with Wallace, I think Wallace knows how I defend, because I've done it to him so many times now. So he wasn't risking anything.
I did make a comment on that before the race, didn't I, Colin?
Yeah, you did indeed.
So
Mike.
I've got to tip my cap to him there, because he was just as fair with me as I was with him. But I knew as long as I got the run coming out the corner, just boost the ERS until I was sure he wasn't gonna be under any threat from a late send, and then just back it off and save.
Yeah. Oh no, man! I'm so happy for you. That was just unreal. And I see Sainty and Shaggy Doo are coming in here now as well, so you can all stay in together, guys, and chat away. But we'll come back to you, M5 Steel. Sainty, talk us through your emotions.
Well, gutted could be one of them. I've been told to be professional, so I'll refrain from using certain words.
I know. Look, it's hard racing, but you put on a great show for us, as like myself and Mr. Papa was saying. For a commentator point of view, we couldn't have asked for a better race. There was just everything the whole way through. But you want to talk us through your race, the positive bits as well, because there's a lot more positive than negative to take out. Unlucky that the accident happened, but there was so much positives from your showing of what you could do as well.
I mean, I had pace to keep K18 behind. I felt that I could probably maybe get that P3, maybe P2. But you know, at the end of the day, didn't finish that across the finish line, so didn't get the points. Luckily, I've got one more race to go, so hopefully I can get those points to get past my target.
Look, there's definitely, just get the head down, it should be good. And I'm sure Papa Wallis might have a few questions, because he was absolutely loving the battles that was going on.
Yeah, certainly. I'm gutted for you, Saul. I really am, honestly. As you know, you're one of my favourites, but I am absolutely gutted for you. But your race pace and everything, you're saying P3. I'm sure you could have battled with Scar, but yeah, I'm gutted for you, mate. I really am. Unlucky, pal.
Yeah, you know, racing at the end of the day, just shame people can't race side by side, you know.
Yeah, I was on board. I was on board with you and Katie when the incident happened. It's like I say, it's one of them things, and yeah.
I do want to say one thing though. Shout out to Mitchy P and Ricky Poo.
I have no clue who they are, but you know what? Let's give them a shout out. Richie P, and I don't know who it was. Shaggy is here as well, guys, and Shaggy put on a great show of us with all the overtaking that was happening as well. How was that for you, and how relieved are you now that you've made it to the end?
Oh, have I got P3? Mad race, mate.
Well done, Shaggy. Well done, Shaggy.
Thank you, mate.
It was an unreal race for you. It was probably one of ups and downs as well for you. Do you want to talk us through your race as well?
Yeah, I had some good battling with PDMB. That was class battling, that was. And then I kept getting floor damage off the first corner, and I got serious floor damage, so my race was kind of destroyed a bit. And then safety cars come into play for me, really. And then people with penalties as well at the end. Wallis got 6 seconds, didn't he? So I was just hanging on, really.
Yeah, look, you did a great job at the end of the day. You done exactly what you needed to do, but you definitely put on a show for us going through the field as well. I'm not going to lie to you, that was probably one of the greatest F1 races I've got the comms on, and having probably the best commentator to my side as well is brilliant to see as well. I'm sure you've probably more questions then for Steele and the guys there, so I'm going to let yourself, Mr. Papa, ask a few more, because you would know the guys a bit more.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, Shaggy, cracking drive, mate, cracking drive. You've been consistent throughout up to yet, but that perhaps was one of your better races. I can tell you're chuffed for your P3.
Oh yeah, but I'm buzzing, mate.
Good to hear. And
the adrenaline was going through the roof, mate. I was shaking like a leaf on the last lap.
At least for a shitting dog. No, you've done your team proud as well. Let's say Ricky's a manager of your team, and he's going to be dead chuffed with that. Unfortunate with Saint in K18, but yeah, just I don't know what to say. I am honestly, I'm buzzing. It's the best race I've seen. Unfortunate to the lads that are DNF, as I said, Cole. But you know, I'm still hyped, and for the likes of yourself and Mike.
Yeah, I'll be buzzing for a couple of days, I think.
Just need to get this F2 sorted, haven't you? Get these F2 cars sorted. Get some practicing on them.
Oh no, I'm not really a big fan of that, mate, to be honest.
But to see, you know, I don't mean to be disrespectful or anything, but to see yourself and Steele on the podium, you know, and some big names behind you, I'm chuffed to hell for you. I really am, honestly. You
Cheers,
know,
mate, thank you.
yeah, to see like Ricky demoted to P4 from P2, but it's nice to see you and Mike, you know, capitalising from his mistakes. But yeah, hats off to you, mate. I've got to say, cracking drive.
Cheers, mate, thank you.
Absolutely, and what's good for the guys though as well that mightn't always be up there for the top three. That's going to bode well for you for coming for next season, maybe getting a better car as well. Other managers will be looking at that because you kept your calm and cool heads, and you know you made sure the podium got in there for your teams as well. So you know you can hold your heads massively high there as well. And even you saying to you as well, you can hold your head massively high. It was just an unfortunate incident, but you've done an epic race all before that. And as I say, there was way more positives than negatives for you in that one.
Yeah, definitely. I can echo them saying, just forget about that one. Just, you know, if a phenomenal driver and you can make them points up, surely. Like you say, you get your target next race, you know, all best to you, kidder. You're good on you.
Absolutely. Well, I think this will be probably the best time we'll kind of close out the stream for tonight, guys. I'm sure I need a whiskey after that one, unfortunately.
do we have to? Oh, I tell you that it's been absolutely phenomenal commentating with you, Colin.
It's been great fun.
We'll have to do more of these.
Absolutely. well, next Wednesday we're back. Yeah, absolutely.
Can't come too soon.
So I'll be adding ERC now to my schedule, so on my Twitch, everyone's going to know then what days that I will be doing comms, and especially they'll see the likes of ERC and that as well. And I just want to say to anyone who doesn't race in F1 or anyone who does racing and even PC or that, on the Monday with the F2 League it is crossplay. So you know, if you fancy getting your fingers wet, if you're not racing over in Amigos with the ACC side of it for the drivers that I deal with, you know, jump over here, give the F2s a go, and they're a different beast to the Formula 1s as well. But no, honestly, you've done such a great job.
Can I just say, Colin, that I'm sure there will be spaces if anybody wants to join in the F2 on Monday. I'm positive there'll be spaces.
Absolutely. Well, look, it's all about everyone looking after each other and getting all communities together. That's the main thing. But like for myself, guys, I really can't wait till next week already, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the progression of what happens now for the rest of this season. And I'm looking forward to having the lovely Papa by my side as well, which is always amazing. Great having a co-coms as well.
I got to echo it. It's been an experience tonight. Enjoyed it. Can't wait to watch the stream back. And I'd just like to congratulate Scar on his win. Steele for his P2, Shaggy for his P3. Ricky, he wanted to get in the top 5. He's got in the top 4 tonight with 6-second penalties. Phenomenal drive, Ricky. Rookie, another, driver that doesn't get up the table, in the top 5 that often in the managers. Great to see in a P5. Exo, phenomenal to get P6.
Yeah.
MCL, Hilly, Michaelo, whatever your name is, and Wolf. Brilliant. I've absolutely loved it. And like I say, unfortunate for the guys at DNF, it's perhaps spoiled an epic race, which it has been. And just got to say, it's been a great night. I've really enjoyed it.
Absolutely. And I'm just going to say as well, guys, so for myself, I will be live again on Saturday. I'm doing an endurance race from Asano with ERA. So it's going to be a 3.5 hour endurance. I'll be streaming probably about 4.5, 5 hours to do a bit of practice, do interviews and stuff like that as usual. And then we're back again normally on Monday. I'm back here again this time, same place, same bat channel next week for the next round 5 in the ERC Managers League, which, you can't miss it now at this stage. Like if tonight's starting to go away, the next race is going to be out there. So guys, thanks everyone for watching. This video will be then uploaded to my YouTube as well. I'm going to make a special playlist channel for ERC as well, so you will be able to watch these races back anytime as well from the ERC community. I will have them uploaded onto my YouTube as well. So guys, it's been a fantastic evening again. Papa Wallis, thank you so much for being by my side, and thanks to every driver that was out there tonight for putting on the best show me and Wallace have seen in quite a time.
Exactly. No, thank you, Colin, for joining me. I've tried my best with the commentary up until you've joined. I like the technology that you've got, and I'm sure with me and you together now, it's going to be epic. I've got great expectations for it. The A team, me and you.
But I'm going to tell you one thing: you don't need any gizmos. Your commentary alone it's worth its weight in gold, mate. You don't need any of the gizmos. So, you know, keep your head up. You've done an amazing job. To be honest with you, it was great getting to sit back and just listen to you go on. So, lads, I'm going to stop the stream here now. I'm going to just let it play out, and we'll stay talking for a few minutes anyway. Guys, see you all next week, and everyone that's going to be seeing me on Saturday, it's going to be going on from, I think it's 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. BST. We've drivers from all over the world. We've over 30 teams with like 3-4 drivers in each team swapping out. It's going to be epic. We'll see you then, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you then in the next stream.
Yeah, good night. God bless. Thank you, everybody. Been